Gentlemen, let's have a candid conversation. Your doctors may have been failing you, not out of cruelty or incompetence, but because there are conversations that modern medicine has been too uncomfortable to have with men. These are conversations that directly affect your prostate, your hormones, your heart, your sleep, and your fundamental sense of self. That silence is costing you your health, your confidence, and years of quality life. I am done being quiet about it. There is a reality that most men over 60 have never been told. The way you think about your own vitality, whether you feel ashamed of it, whether you think you should stop it entirely, or whether you believe it no longer belongs in your life, is one of the most medically significant decisions you are making right now. Most men are getting it wrong, not because they are careless, but because nobody ever gave them the truth. Today, that changes. I'm going to share 7 things I wish someone had told you decades ago. Things that will change how you understand your prostate, your hormones, your brain, and your body's ability to remain vital well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Before we go any further, if you believe that men deserve honest, shame-free health conversations, please hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and drop a comment telling me where you are watching from. I read every single one. My name is Dr. Jocelyn, and I am a physician who has spent years sitting with men in their 60s, 70s, and 80s. Men who came to me not because something was broken, but because no one had ever spoken to them directly and without embarrassment about what their bodies are going through and what they still need. This is that conversation. Stay until the end because secret number 4 contains a clinical fact that most doctors never mention, and it may be the most important thing you hear today. Secret number 1, the trap of desensitization. Let me ask you something personal. When was the last time self-pleasure felt genuinely good? Not just functional, not just a habit, but actually present and alive. For many, the honest answer is, it's been a long time. I once saw a patient, let's call him George, 71 years old, sharp and active. He told me, "Doctor, I can still finish, but I feel almost nothing. It's like my body is going through the motions, but nobody is home." George wasn't broken. His nervous system had simply been conditioned incorrectly for years. When this becomes purely mechanical, the same technique, the same rushed goal, the brain locks that pattern in as the only path to a response. Over time, sensitivity drops. Nerve endings that should respond to lighter, natural touch become underactive. Your body starts requiring excessive stimulation just to feel the same thing, all because it has been conditioned to expect only one specific, high-intensity input. This is desensitization. It doesn't happen overnight, but it happens quietly until you assume it is just old age. It isn't just age, and it isn't permanent. The emotional cost is real. Feeling disconnected from your own body ripples into your confidence and your ability to be present with a partner. Recovery is simpler than you expect. Slow down, remove the goal of speed, and return to sensation. Your nervous system can retrain at any age. Secret number 2, the prostate needs release. Stopping entirely is not the safe option. In fact, your prostate may be paying the price. Think of a pressure cooker. If the steam has no release valve, eventually something gives. I had a patient named Raymond, 68, who was waking up 4 times a night to urinate with constant pelvic pressure. Other doctors told him it was normal aging. Here is what Raymond didn't know. Your prostate produces fluid continuously, regardless of your age. When that fluid isn't regularly released, it accumulates, leading to congestion, inflammation, and the exact symptoms Raymond was experiencing. Research shows that men who maintain regular ejaculation have significantly lower rates of prostate inflammation. Your prostate is not a passive organ in retirement. It requires circulation. Once Raymond made gradual, care-based changes, his symptoms eased significantly. He later told me, "I feel 20 years younger." You wouldn't neglect your heart because you were too old to care for it. Your prostate deserves the same respect. Secret number 3, the health hazard of shame. Think back to the first time you felt ashamed of your body's natural drives. How many decades have you been carrying that silently? I see men in their 70s who still lower their voices when this topic arises. They were handed a lie in childhood that their natural biology was something to be ashamed of. Medically, shame is a physiological state. It keeps your nervous system locked in a low-grade stress response, keeping cortisol elevated and blood pressure high. Over years, this contributes to cardiovascular strain and accelerated cognitive aging. Conversely, healthy sexual activity triggers dopamine, oxytocin, and endorphins, your body's own pharmacy. I once treated a 74-year-old widower who hadn't engaged with his body in a decade. He felt dim, as if the lights were turned down. After we worked through the shame he'd carried since boyhood, he called me and said, "I laugh now. I didn't realize how long it had been. The lights came back on." Secret number 4, the bombshell, orgasm, and erections. I need you to stop for a moment. What I am about to tell you is something that leaves almost every patient in my clinic in a state of relief. Are you ready? Orgasm and erection are two completely separate biological systems. They do not depend on each other. The ability to experience an orgasm, the neurological event, the full body release, does not require an erection. These are controlled by different nerve pathways and different parts of the brain. Most men over 60 believe that because their erections have become less reliable, the entire chapter of their sexual life is closed. It is not closed. That experience is available to you regardless of erectile function. This information has changed more lives in my practice than perhaps anything else. Secret number 5, avoid the retirement signal. Your body is the most efficient system ever designed. Whatever you stop using, it begins to decommission. When you disengage from your sexual energy, your brain receives what I call the retirement signal. In response, the hypothalamus reduces the output of hormones that drive testosterone production. A patient of mine, Thomas, 73, felt flat and unmotivated. His testosterone was low, and he'd assumed it was just his time to fade. We worked on sleep, nutrition, and intentionally re-engaging with his own body. Months later, he told me, "I showed back up." Sexual energy in older men is not about vanity. It is a vital biological signal that tells your body you are still active and engaged. Withdraw that signal, and your body will respond accordingly. Secret number 6, the law of use it or lose it. Use it or lose it is not just a motivational phrase, it is a physiological law. If you stopped walking for 2 years, your legs would atrophy. The same applies to male sexual function. Regular engagement is preventive medicine. Each time you have an erection, whether through intimacy or self-pleasure, you flood penile tissue with oxygenated blood, keeping smooth muscle elastic and nerve pathways responsive. Treat this with the same seriousness you treat your blood pressure or cholesterol. It is maintenance. Secret number 7, intentionality as a health practice. When done with intention and presence, this is one of the most powerful health practices available to you. Science shows that mindful self-pleasure produces measurable changes in your cardiovascular system, immune function, and inflammatory markers. It lowers cortisol, stabilizes heart rate, and improves sleep architecture. Research consistently shows that older men who maintain regular sexual activity have lower rates of depression and higher overall well-being. This is not soft data. This is published science. Your practical framework. If you want to begin today, follow these 5 steps. 1. Release the shame. You were handed a lie as a child. You do not have to carry it for one more day. Shame is not wisdom. It is noise that is costing you your health. 2. Return to presence. Remove the pressure of performance or speed. Focus on reconnecting with sensation. 3. Recalibrate. If digital content has made natural sensation feel flat, step away for 4 to 6 weeks to allow your brain's reward system to reset. 4. Be consistent. Keep your prostate healthy and your nerve pathways responsive. Honor your body's needs. 5. Talk to your doctor. If you have underlying medical conditions or concerns, ensure your physician is part of the conversation. I want to speak to you directly now. You are not too old. You are not past the point where your vitality and dignity matter. The men who come into my office feeling invisible are not describing biology. They are describing the weight of information they were never given. You don't have to disappear quietly. You are allowed to feel alive, fully, unapologetically and completely alive at 65, 73, 80, and beyond. If something in this video reached you, if a door opened that has been shut for a long time, I want you to leave just one word in the comments: alive. Subscribe for more conversations like this. Share this with a man in your life who needed to hear it years ago. Your age does not determine your vitality. Your awareness does. The best chapter of your life is not the one you already lived. It is the one you are deciding to step into right now. Stay strong, stay present, and take care of yourself. All of yourself. I will see you in the next video.